Alright, how's it going, everybody? We are back for some more exotic industries, and we have run out of copper. But, well, we haven't completely ran out. We have a little bit trickling in. And I have a whole new mine set up over here with a train station, but I haven't set up the train for it. And we're going to go ahead and cut this off, because we are going to basically get rid of this whole area here. And we're going to put in purifiers to purify our copper. And by the way, I started research for speeding up my bots. That was the last one I did. This one. And then I have mining production. I'm going to go ahead and take those two off for now. And we're going to put on the arc furnace so we can get that done as soon as that mining productivity gets done. So I went ahead and went through, added a bunch of things to my logistics, and put logistics things out for almost all of the chests. Speaking of which, I've got way too many of those now. Why in the world are you sitting here? Why are you sitting there? What do we have in the way up here? You can't get into here. Oh, because I did not do this. Okay, so that goes there. That goes there. That goes there. And I already have the thing there. Those are already taken care of. Alright, so I don't really know why this part exists, because they definitely shouldn't be coming down and going back in, but if we ever come from another direction, then they will need to, so that's fine. Alright, so purifiers. While I'm up here, I want to go ahead and start putting together these laser turrets, which are going to need batteries, energy, crystals, advanced circuits, and steel beams. I'm pretty sure we have everything we need for that right up here where we're doing our flying robo parts. The one thing we're missing is the steel beams, and we have steel beams over here. So let's see. Yeah, I don't think we're going to need any more flying roboports, so we're just going to put this here. We'll move these up like that. Move that up there. Throw that in there. We'll move this to here because it's not going to be outputting like that. And then we'll just pull this up and have it come in across the top here. in like that. And then we will put those into a storage chest. And give me this. Set this for everything, and we'll set it for about 100. That should be plenty. And then I just need to get this does not need to be in my inventory. One of these. I'll put right here. And then we can just drop this over here with one of those, and that takes care of that. So now I can start putting laser turrets out when I put in my solar turrets to protect the solar turrets, and I won't have to worry about bullets going out there. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at this purifier thing. The arc furnaces are almost done. So I guess before we run off and go build the purifiers, let's look at what we need to do for this. So that gives us an arc furnace, and it gives us the caster, which are basically going to take the same things that we have for this. So we can just continue to build these up here. We want the caster in that one, so it can use that. The arc furnace is going to need these. I'm just thinking here, maybe I should cut those and move that down there. Yeah, that's going to be a problem because they're going to put those in weird places I'm going to have to deal with. I'm thinking we're going to bring this instead over here. We're going to take that out so I can move it here, and we can have this for the output, or where the output was, and then we can just use that to input, and then this can come up right along the side of here, and we can have those like that. Run this up along the side of there. We need a green circuit, and we need the motor. So we'll do that. And then instead of having those together, we're going to bring this one up, and it's going to come in here. That way we have both circuits, and we can do that. So now that will take care of getting those. We can copy this, paste it there, and there. We don't have to set anything because they are already set the way they need to be. And then the only thing we need to do is get furnace and storage tanks, which we already have auto-crafted down here. We just got to get them up there where we need them. Which are storage tanks ends right here. trying to get out of this mess is going to be a bit of a pain. We do have this one coming up here, so we could continue that up along that way. And then our furnaces are over here, which we could, I'm thinking we will have these come out. We'll use one of these. No, we'll just use a fast one. And we'll set this up here. And then I need to get it basically into this area. So I'm going to do this. Get rid of that. Have this come over. And I should be able to do that. And then if I bring that up and go this way, I can come in through here and across like that. And where in the, there it is. So we're just going to continue to bring these up, which that's going to be a mess there. So we're going to go over to here and bring that up. And then we can just bring the two of these together here. And we're just going to consider this pretty much dead space here. And we can bring these up alongside this stuff. And we'll have it come in right here, because we should not need that for anything else up here, I would figure. And then we can do that. Those are getting filled in. So let's grab a few of those, which means I should be able to, I guess I don't have any on me. I was going to say dump off the ones I have, but that takes care of that. I need to go figure out where in the world those bots put the laser turrets, which I also need to make sure, yeah, that I do this. That way that is not getting filled up with stuff that doesn't belong there. And they should have dropped those laser turrets off. That's not doing anything. Get out of there. They should have dropped them off in here. Because that should have been the only ones that weren't marked. Because all the rest of them should have their logistics filters marked. So apparently one of these doesn't. And I will have to go through and see if I can figure out which one it is. Anyways, let's get on down here and start setting up our purifiers. So unfortunately I still don't have construction bots that I can call in from my person, but I do actually have construction bots that I can use this way, though. Now that I think about it. So I can do this. And then we can go ahead and put, they can construct over to that far. So if I have them do this, they can get rid of stuff over to there. So the construction bots should be on their way, which they're really slow right now. Well, do they do that? I can come down here and get another one of these placed down here. And then, and we can move that out of there. And we can just put it here. Oh, I actually need it here. So can I move this? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop in one of these, which I can put right there. And then that'll take care of powering all of that, and we'll be good. Alright, so now they're getting that cleared out. Now I just need to get enough of it cleared out that I can put that right there. So we're going to do this so we can get rid of that. It needs to go right there. And hopefully, yep, that'll reach. We can put that there, and then that will allow them to get everything else in this area. So I gotta watch for that water pipe, because we need that water pipe. But all the rest of this, they can go ahead and start clearing out of here. And we're also going to get rid of this, all of that, and I think I'm actually going to turn this around so that I can have them deliver this stuff onto that belt. That was close. Alright, so that can all get delivered onto that belt. We can get rid of this because we're going to probably do this a little bit different. Because I don't like the way that I did this originally. So we're going to set it a little bit different. Alright, so now basically what we're going to do is we need to set up, we have, I need to get off the tracks. We have our iron coming in over here. And we have this spot here. which is our sulfur pickup. We can't put anything else up there. I want to put in another one of these over here, but I need to get this copper out of here first. So I'm thinking what I might do is have the stuff come off over here, which we already have this, which I had set up and never used. So I'm thinking, let's see, what is this? Is that my, yeah. Okay, this is the slag. So I think we're gonna have the slag come through, go through here. If I use a red one, I can. We can go through there like that. So I can turn this like that. Get rid of all of this. That'll get it kind of out of the way. And then I can bring this down right alongside of here. I'm definitely going to want to jump that area so we have that available. And I'll just reconnect it there for right now, which I may end up changing that as well. But we'll see. So what I'm thinking is we're going to set up, let's see if I can do this here the way I'm thinking. For one, this is coming off the wrong one. I need it to be coming off of this side. So then we can have this right here. And what I'm thinking is we have a drop off on either side. So if we had a train here, because our main ores are going to be copper and iron. But I don't want to limit them to just those two. That would be bad. What I was thinking, let me explain what I was thinking, is have one of these here and one of these, we'll say there, it needs to be over one. And then the trains could come in and drop off either copper or iron. But that would limit us to being able to have just copper or iron in at the time. And that would be very bad. We don't want to do that. So I think what we need to do is have a second one of these. So I'm going to bring this slag in over here. That way we can get this completely out of the way. And I may actually, now that I think about it, most of our slag now that we're doing the purifying, or will be doing the purifying thing, if I look up iron, we'll be making pure iron, so it's going to make us dirty water. And that dirty water we're using to make fluorite right now. So rather than having any of it go down here to get turned into dirty water, we want to have it all go for making concrete at first. So if that's the case, then we can send this down here, because this is going to be our main way of getting slag right now. It's from glass and whatnot. And then we can have this be the output priority that way, and then we bring that over, and that'll be the input, and then we can just get rid of this completely. I'm pretty sure we still can't do steel though, because we can make molten iron, we can pour iron, but molten steel takes crushed coal coke and molten iron, but it also takes advanced steel production, which is under computer age. So we cannot do steel at all. So we're still going to have to pour the iron to make the steel. So we will have some coming in from over here, but just what's coming from the steel, not from the iron. And we can run that a different direction. So then I can have this go this way, and we can set up a second track here. And now that is going on that side, which is the wrong side. This needs to be going on this side, which might just be well, it kind of is going to be an issue. There's no might about it. Because I don't have a way of reaching that far up there. I'm going to have to change this and make this go over a little bit further. Get rid of this. That doesn't need to be there anymore. And we don't technically need this that long. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trains long. We could have it a little bit further up. So, which would actually be better if we did a little bit further down. This is going to move. Let's just do that for right now. Make that easier. We could actually, instead of having it come off of here, do all of this. We could literally just have it come in from here. Just have it come in like here. Except that's going the other direction. We need to have it come in from the other side. So it's going to be coming in from here. Yeah, that water pipe's in the way of coming in to that point, which I can move the water pipe. It's not a major issue. I guess what I really need to do, since we're going to be going up this side, is I need to figure out where I need to go this way. So let's just take a bunch of these out for the moment. So that is going to be as tight as I can make that. So we can run this up. We'll do this again. Taking it out on that side. Alright, and that's right in the way of that, which is annoying to say the least, but we will deal with that. So we'll have this back down here, which that's going to give us 4 of them, and we're going to have this go. I think I want it on this side. That's going to be right up against that track, but we're going to move that track. We can put that up there, because we're going to have unloaders here, going into unloaders there, and then this will go right there. So that's where the copper is going to go into. So I can go ahead and do this. Start getting this one emptied out and into there, so we don't have to have this here. That'll empty pretty quick. And then we'll deal with moving that around. So then we can do this one here. This would be for the iron. So it would go there and would have the same setup like that. We'll move the iron one down here, and then we can have the outputs come out of the top of them to go up to our purifiers, which are going to be up here. So we're going to set up our purifiers basically like this. And this is going to be for copper. We're going to need to have the fresh water come in, the dirty water come out. And it really doesn't matter which way we do this. This is an issue. So I am going to have to move that down like 3 blocks. Because we're going to have a pipe here. And then we're going to have a belt coming across here. Just get rid of all of these. And then move them down to here. We are also going to have uranium coming in at some point. And yeah, I really should leave more room for this. Because now that I think about it, we're going to have gold, neodymium, lead, and uranium coming into here. I do believe that's all of our ore. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 more trains coming into here. Which is fine if we need to move this. Which I think we will. Go ahead and change this out. And we'll just make this our train area for all of these. I think I just got bots in my inventory because they won't. They're out of the damn way. Trying to worry about the iron being here, but iron's not going to be there anymore, so it doesn't really matter. And get rid of all of that. So then we can have the next train here. And all of these need to then come down. This is going to be an issue. Unless I just don't put a train here. And we just do this. And we have this train come in here. So if I just copy this and have it go there. So that'll be copper, iron, uranium, gold, and then we're going to need 2 more. So like that. I'm going to go ahead and just take this out of here. And I think we're going to change where the slag gets saved at anyways. That'll save this whole mess. Alright, this one can finally be taken out. So we can get all of this out of here. Alright, that takes care of that. Go ahead and get these. Get close enough. There we go. Now I can copy that area and have them go like that. The bots can get all that placed in there for me. Take these 2 out because they don't need to be in there. Take this out of here. And I think what we're going to do is, since we have this coming in right here, when we have this dead area, we'll just put the slag box right here. So then I can just throw all that in there. And we can have that go out there. We can have this go in there. And then we'll bring the other one over across the top here, which can then connect to that. Alright, so we now need to get this connected up here, and it needs to connect to that side. So yeah, we might as well just do that with the little X one in there. I may decide to change that later. We will see. But I don't have a problem with it being like that for now. It does what it needs to do. And then we'll just have this go like this. And that'll give us room for 1, 2, 3, 4, which will be 3 over here. Yeah, 3, that's enough. If I need to, I can extend them down a little bit further. Do I want to do... I'm going to move this, so I want to do the purifying up there. Because I could just make these come in over here. Honestly. And then we can do the purifying somewhere else. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a bad idea. Have this come in. Because you never know. We may end up with needing really long trains coming in, dropping off ore. So we might as well leave a bit more room. That leaves us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a little bit more. So that should be good. Alright, and now we're going to have to start getting rid of the iron, which is going to be a bit of a pain in the ass, because it means I'm going to end up with a huge mess. But we do have this logistic storage thing. I can put that there. And then when I have them rip all of this out of here, which I'm going to do back to that box, they should store anything that they can't store into there. If they don't have anywhere else to put it, which would be all the iron and the iron ore, and then I can split that up, sort it out of there. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Go ahead and take these purifiers out of here. And I'm going to go ahead and start sending this iron ore out of 2 of these, and we're going to start sending them over to the actual iron over here, where we're going to be storing it from now on, which is going to be there. Alright, that'll get that empty somewhat timely. It'll take a little while, but it'll get there. And I can go ahead and have them rip out all of this, which I need to get another one of these in for that. I'm going to go ahead and put it up here where it should be. Alright, I'll finish that up down the line later. That gives them access to rip all of this out. So now just basically waiting on the lines to get that pulled out. They can rip all this out, which I'll have them also rip that out. This guy is going to get sent over to the other one, and we're going to rip that area out of there because it's not going to be needed any longer. And then we're going to also get rid of this smelting area, because this was smelting iron to make steel. We're going to be cooking our steel with the arc furnace now, so we want to get rid of all of this as well. Not the box, thank you. We're not ready for all that yet. Alright, so I'm going to just take this back to, we'll say there. That'll cut all them off. We can get rid of that. Shift and don't get rid of this line. We need this line because this is the coal coke coming in. So we'll leave that there. Everything else can come out. This is still going to run along here. So we'll leave this in here as well. But then it's going to go probably straight through here and over and go to that box over there. We may even put in a train way down over yonder there just to get the slag somewhere else, because I don't know. We'll see. Eventually we won't have to worry about it. But this is going to take them a little bit to get all of this removed. I guess while they do that, I can start getting these tracks in here. And that doesn't need to be there. Alright, so this is going to be our copper ore drop off. And we can set that to this. And that's another thing. We're going to have two different kinds of copper coming in. I didn't even think about that. Because once we start doing... let me look it up here in NEI. Same for iron. We're going to have two different ones. Because we're going to have copper chunk and poor copper chunk. The copper chunk will come from the copper patch and the deep drill miner. And that can be ran through the same thing, 5 to 5, where this one is... Wait a minute, you can't wash the pour? Really? That's gonna change everything. So, yeah, copper chunk to pure copper. Can we use... No, we can only use pure copper in that. Okay, so we are going to have to set up an area for the copper and iron that we're still getting in as ore. That kind of sucks that we can't wash those. Maybe I should smelt them right where I mine them. Now with the copper, I got 2.5 million there. I got 2.4 million there. I think there's another one down here. No. Okay. So there's 5 million copper right there. Where iron, I've only got 509, 614. That's all we have of those. Where there's 5.8 million there. So the iron, I can easily go for that. But the copper would really suck not to mine those up. Alright, so I'm going to have to... I guess we're going to have to put in 2 more of these. Problem is we have gold right here, which we need to start mining up. Because we're going to need that for when we do our semiconductors. So... yeah, I think we'll just put a set of these down here that'll run the copper and the iron. And then we'll do the purification for the other ones. That really kind of stinks. I did not know we couldn't do... I just assumed they were the same thing, basically. I didn't know that the poor copper had to be cooked directly. Alright, well, I'm going to give these guys a little bit to get this ripped out of here. And I'll be back with you in what'll probably be like a half hour to an hour for me, but instantaneously for you, because we're going to leave this kind of a long form video here for getting all of this done. And then if you actually have gotten to this point, you will know that there will be a short form of this video where I just kind of go over what we did. So if you watch this one, you get to see all of the work, except for this part, because this part isn't even work for me. Because I'm not going to do shit. I'm just going to let them do it. So, be back in a sec. Alright, back for just a few minutes here. I did go ahead and rip out this old station here and set up this box to start bringing down this ore, but because our old box was already full, by the way, this is now emptied. I emptied it out into here, so that's where all of our iron ore is being kept, and then I have it automated up there. This ore is coming in and down through here, and I went ahead and put this box in here, which is also this is coming from here and there. Because of this, it splits them off. And this one is finally empty, so that can get ripped out. And I can go ahead and set all of this now to go away. So none of that is going to be needed anymore. And our train's over here dropping off already, which I'm going to go ahead and set up our next train for our copper. I need to get some fuel into it. And then let me copy that. No, that ain't going to work because I got to redo everything. So this is going to be copper ore pickup to copper ore drop off, then to the fuel depot. You're going to wait for full cargo, wait for empty cargo, and then 5 seconds. Time passed there, so we can go ahead and send that on, and it'll go ahead and do what it needs to do. And I've been thinking, instead of putting in 2 other train stations, I think what I'm going to do is do similar to what I did with this here, where we will have the output come out here, but then we will have a splitter that'll split it off. So all of our copper ore will come into this one, all of our iron ore will come into the next one, and then it'll get split on if it goes to a furnace or if it goes to the purification thing. And then that'll make it to where we have both of them in the same thing. If we end up going and finding another poor iron or poor copper that we want to get, we can go ahead and grab it. If we end up finding a regular uranium, we already have one for it. Same type of thing. I think that's going to be the easiest way to get out of this little mess. And I think what we're going to end up doing is I'm just going to make us a new smelting area down here for the copper, and we'll just run this like that, and we'll have the ore come in up here, and we'll need another run of these. Man, if I could draw a straight line with a mouse. Another one of those. And then that. I really should have saved the old one. And I technically still could. So I could just put this down with a blueprint. I should really just make a blueprint of this is what I should do. But then we'll just have 2 of these come out. And then we'll put like this. And we'll have this one do copper chunk. Like that. And then we'll do it like this so they come out together. So we'll split them both like that. And then we can have these come down and they'll go back into another one here. And then that will come down and go into this. And then I'll set this out probably a little ways, and then we'll just put in a set of these here, and we'll have these 2 go into a single one, and then have it come out the side, and that'll go wherever it needs to go. And then if we need to, we can always do the same thing on this side if we need to get this one out, if we end up needing to have 2 of them, depending on speed. But then that'll give us basically 2 lanes we can end up doing for both of them, and they should be decently balanced. And then we'll just basically copy this whole thing over to here, which this one can be moved over and go there. The only thing is we need to change these over to the iron. So that'll go like that. And then we'll have this go down to another set of these that'll end up being down below this. And I'll just have this one come in on this side. So we'll just do that like that. And we'll have the iron come in there. Which I guess I could bring all the way down like that. And that'll take care of the iron. And then I'll get all of this filled in. And we'll start with putting the purifiers in probably down here then, I'm thinking. Because these are going to end up staying here. I need to figure out how long I can make them. because I don't actually know how far, even if I did 2 separate belts, I don't know how far out I can go with it. So I'll have to do that. So I think since we've been here for over an hour doing this, and we've got basically all of this taken care of, we just need to let these guys get the rest of this ripped out of here. This will give me time to think about exactly where I want to put the purifier stuff. I don't think we're going to have any more ores coming in. I can kind of tell if I put this here. So we have iron, copper, coal, which isn't going to come here. That'll have its own place. Gold, lead, neodymium, sulfur has its own place, uranium. So, yeah, we've got everything set, and apparently there isn't a regular uranium vein any longer, so we won't have to worry about splitting up the uranium for the 2 different ways. It's only coming in through those chunks. So it's only the copper and the iron that we're going to have that way. And I'm wondering if that means that we're not going to have copper and iron poor ones out. I wonder if they have like a limit on how far from spawn that they actually spawn, and that they'll all just be these from now on or not. And then apparently we have these, which is going to be a whole different thing we'll deal with when we get to that point. So this should be good and last us for a while now, like this. So I will finish getting these filled back out, set back up to where they were going before. I probably will not put in a buffer for the ingots like I did before. I may. I'll show you guys what I ended up deciding with that. But we'll come back in the next one to start setting up the purifier stuff, because I want to start setting up the gold, even though we're not going to be using the iron and the copper purifying right now. We do have to do the gold. So in the next one, we'll set up a deep miner right here to start getting our gold, and set up the purification areas for copper, iron, gold, and then we can copy them for the other 3 when we need them. And the reason why we're doing that is because we need gold for our semiconductor wafers. We need crushed gold for that. And the crushed gold only comes from ingots. So we have to go through the purification, the smelting with the arc furnace, casting, and then crushing to get the dust we need. So we'll start looking at all of that stuff in the next one, and hopefully we can start getting our superconductors done, because we need those for our solar panels. So, hope you guys enjoyed this extra long video today. If you guys like this longer form rather than the shorter where they're cut up, let me know. Leave me a comment, hit the like button, whatever the hell you want to do. Tell me in Discord if you want. I don't care. Like I said, I will make a review of this video and probably the next video into one summation of the two for the whole purification thing, and that'll come out after this video and the next one. I'll have it probably released a day after the second one comes out for anybody that didn't want to watch these long ones. Anyways, I've rambled long enough. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.
Uh-huh.